Alrighty. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Pokemon Storm Silver playthrough. We are on episode 9 today, and in today's episode, hopefully we can get over to Blackthorn City and defeat Claire, the 8th gym leader, and of course obtain our 8th gym badge in the process. In the last episode, we cleared out Team Rocket from the Goldenrod radio tower, and off camera I went ahead and leveled up everybody to level 50 and level 51 accordingly, so everybody's all evened out, so when we head into the fight with Claire, we're perfectly balanced. Before we get over there, the only thing that I am worried about is actually Salamence. Salamence knows Dragon Breath, which if you look at its attack and special attack, you'll know that Dragon Breath is not really going to work out the best for us. Salamence does not learn Dragon Claw until level 61, I believe. So we got a little bit of time until we get the full potential of Salamence. So what we might do is I'm going to try my best when we face Claire to use everyone but Salamence and only use Salamence probably on Kingdra just because of what's going to happen if we end up using it. Let me get through this trainer battle really quickly. Alrighty, but as I was saying, if we go into the battle with Claire and we only have Dragon Breath on Salamence, it might get kind of ugly, as I don't think that's going to be strong enough of a move to be able to take out her Kingdra and other dragon types that she might have. So hopefully we can get over that little hump, but I guess we'll cross that bridge when it comes. I think there's one trainer we might have to face. No, so we can head directly into the ice path. I'll come back around off camera and I'll defeat those trainers. That's typically what I do to get everybody's level up. That way I'm not having to constantly, cut the footage and have a massive video recording sitting in my files. So it's nice to be able to skip some of the battles. That way it kind of just makes things run a little bit smoother. For the most part, I want to say that I know my entire way around the ice path. I think the only thing that I'm going to have to do is teach one of our Pokemon the Strength HM, which we obtained outside of Ecruteak City. We actually just found the Chilled Ore. I have no idea what that is, so let's take a look and let's find out. A chunk of stone birthed from a world of snow. A certain Pokemon is said to react strongly to the energy inside. Okay. So I actually do not know what that is, so maybe I can do a little bit of research off camera and maybe in the next episode. Okie dokie, so that ice puzzle genuinely wasn't hard. I'm just kind of an idiot and screwed that one up. So we actually do need to grab this TM down here, though. I do believe that this is not a TM, it's an HM. This should be Waterfall. Thank goodness. So this is a good thing, not just to have the HM for later, but because we can teach Swampert Waterfall, and so kind of the same problem we were having with Salamence, where it's got a super high attack stat but knows the special attack move as its stab move. Salamence having Dragon Breath and Swampert having Surf, we can get this switched out really quickly. So let's go ahead and teach Swampert Waterfall. That way we can take advantage of its attack stat. Although now that I'm looking at it, Swampert's got a pretty mixed bag for both of its stats. Most Swamperts that I've used in my playthroughs tend to have a lot higher attack stats, so maybe we got a weird nature. I'm not gonna act like I'm super knowledgeable on the natures of Pokemon and whatnot, so we'll go ahead and teach Strength. We'll go ahead and teach this to we'll teach it to Swampert as well, given that I think it said that Strength was actually a rock type move. Yes, so we'll go ahead and do that. So Swampert now is pretty much our HM slave with 3 HMs under its belt. Alrighty, so with that, we have the HM set that we need to get not only through this waterfall, get through this cave, but also get through waterfalls in the future. So this guy will tell us to go ahead and keep Waterfall, and that he needs a new pair of shoes to get over the ice. So we will come down this ladder, and we are down here at the Strength puzzle. So what I'm going to do is, before we jump down, I'm going to go ahead and push all of the boulders down. I know that you need to get all of the Strength boulders down there before you can actually advance. So I will see you guys when I've pushed all of the boulders down into the hole. Alrighty, and with that, I have gone ahead and I have pushed all of the boulders down. So all we have to do now is just solve the little ice puzzle. Hopefully I don't have the struggle that I did last time, but no guarantees on that one, as ice puzzles are just not my forte. I'm actually going to jump back this way really quickly just so I can pick up that max potion that's sitting over there. Hopefully, if we pick up a good item around here, hopefully we can get an evolutionary item too. I didn't have any plans to like fully complete the Pokedex in the game or anything crazy like that, but I wouldn't mind catching a bunch of Pokemon that are available to us. So it's looking like I'm going to end up having the same problem with this ice puzzle as I did the last one. Oh, no, there we go. Okay, good. That last ice puzzle, the second that I stopped recording, I actually figured it out. So I'm glad I didn't stop the recording there. But I typically don't have good luck when it comes to ice puzzles like that. It kind of just takes me a second of just like blankly staring at it, and then my brain kind of clicks. It's not an instant process. So we'll go ahead and keep climbing through the ice path up here. Let's see. I'm not going to grab that item. I do plan on coming back around here and seeing if there's anything I can catch. I've gone ahead usually for some of the more recent recordings, and I kind of look at the area that we're going into beforehand, and I will just kind of see what Pokemon are in the area that we can catch. So there is a Kimono girl here as well, and if I remember right, she has to be pushed in the back. So we will try to help her the best we can, I do believe. Let's come back up here. Let's come down here like that, like that. Come over to the side, up top, come back down. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so we can push her in the back. Me oh my, is that you, Will? Fancy meeting you here. To tell you the truth, my sandals are frozen on the ice and I'm stuck. In other words, my flip-flops are quick frozen with the ground. Teehee. Well, it's no laughing matter. Would you push my back? Shove. And we give her a massive push back off the ice. You are really kind. Thank you so much. Alrighty, and with that, she gets out of the ice path, and we will follow closely behind. And just like that, we are in Blackthorn City. Officially, the last city that houses the 8th gym, and Repel's effect wears off. Some cool things about this city as well, besides just a Pokemon and a Pokemon Center. In this house right here, you can transfer your heart scale, or I believe this is the heart scale. You can give your heart scales to somebody, and you can learn some cool moves. And this is also where the move deleter is. So if we need to maybe delete a Pokemon's moves, maybe if it's one of the HMs, we will do that at some point. But for now, as we're standing in front of the 8th gym, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to Salamence. I'm expecting a lot of the lower level Dratinis and whatnot to kind of hit us, some of the low level dragons at the start, which I do believe Salamence and Dragon Breath can handle. It's more of Claire herself. So let's talk to this guy. Let's see. Yo, champ in the making. This gym is unstable footing. Keep your Pokemon in their balls. Now, Claire, I didn't read that. You can't damage them very easily, but you know, they're supposed to be weak against ice-type moves. Alrighty, so we gotta put Salamence back in the ball as we head on to the ginormous lava thing. This looks like a level out of Mario, but I'll go ahead and clear out these trainers, and I will be right back. Alrighty, so we have defeated the first 2 ace trainers that guard the gym. We'll go ahead and solve this lava puzzle really quickly. I think we have to... Whoops, I gotta go back. Let me flip this around just like that, and let me defeat these trainers really quickly. Alrighty, and with that, we've cleared out the trainers over on this side. I'm going to go ahead and come back over here, and we will make our way over to Claire. We'll flip this thing around, we'll flip it again, and we will bring it all the way up here, and we will inch closer to Claire. We'll flip this around again, just like that. One more time, we'll come over here. Whoop, did I do this wrong? Let's see. Flip, flip. There we go, okay. Just like that, and just like that, we are at Claire, and with no hesitation, let's take on Claire. I am Claire. That is not what she sounds like. Let's come up with a good voice. The world's best Dragon-type master. I can hold my own against even the Pokemon's Elite Four. Do you still want to take me on? Fine, let's do this. As a gym leader, I will use my full power against any opponent. And now we face off against gym leader Claire. Okay, so I may or may not have just lost my first attempt to Claire. I got my ass handed to me pretty hard. She definitely has a interesting team composition that I am more than ready to face now. The biggest threat that she had on our team that put us down was a Gyarados that got off 3 Dragon Dances. So you can imagine how that went. So we're going to try one more time in this battle against Claire. What I'm going to do is once we take down her Dragonairs, I am going to switch out immediately into Ampharos and try to deal with those Gyarados. Alrighty, so after some technical difficulties, I am back. Due to these technical difficulties, I have decided to level up Salamence a little bit in preparation for this rematch due to technical difficulties, of course. So we are going to talk to Claire, definitely not for the third time, and we are going to actually defeat her this time. So, versus Gym Leader Claire. As we know, her full team of 6, she will lead with Dragonair, and after this Dragonair is another Dragonair. And both of these times that I have tried to face off against Claire, I have failed to take out the Dragonairs in one shot. If I was able to take out the Dragonairs in one shot, just like that, I probably wouldn't have the problems that I have been having in the previous fights that I've had with Claire. So I went out to go train Salamence a little bit in the grass below Blackthorn City, just so I could one-shot these Dragonair. So hopefully both of them will go down to the one shot. Perfect. Alrighty, so we're already doing a lot better than we did in the previous fights versus Claire. Coming out now is her Salamence. So she's very early to bring out her Salamence. I'm fully expecting a Draco Meteor to slam me in the face. So I'm actually going to let that happen only because I would like to get a safe switch in. Oh, actually she will not use Draco Meteor. So let's see. We survive just barely. So we get off another Dragon Dance and we are able to take out her Salamence. So I think I said Dragon Dance. I meant to say Draco Meteor that her Salamence has. And then on her Salamence, she also has a White Herb, which is an item that lets you recover any stat drops that you might experience in battle. So seeing this Altaria come out, I'm going to go ahead and switch into our Ampharos just because Altaria is part flying. And I want to heal our Salamence as well because she also has a Kingdra in the back pocket. And seeing that Ice Beam come out, it looks like Ampharos was the right choice. So we'll go ahead and throw out a few discharges onto this Ampharos, into this Altaria, and hopefully we're able to paralyze it. Let's see. Bingo, just like that. So we'll go ahead and hit it with another discharge and drop it all the way into the red. Altaria is going to hit us with a Roost, so let's see if it's going to Roost spam. I'm going to keep using Discharge just to see if it's going to stop using Roost. So thankfully it's paralyzed that turn. I'm fully expecting it to use Roost, which I'm okay with. I just don't want it to go back to full health. I'm going to heal up our Salamence. So following our rule of 1 potion, 1 revive per battle, we have used our potion on Salamence. So luckily we still get to keep our extra revive in the back pocket just in case Salamence happens to go down probably. We'll go ahead and keep using discharges on Altaria if it's just going to keep using Roost. I'd actually use Dragon Pulse this time, and we barely survive, so Volt barely hangs on, which is just enough for us to take out Altaria with the discharge here. More than likely, she will send out Gyarados, which I think is going to outspeed us here. So let's see. I'm going to try to hit it here. Hopefully it doesn't start Dragon Dance spamming. That is what killed me last time, was it using Dragon Dance. So no, it will use Waterfall, but we actually get the paralyzation, which Volt really came through on that one. The last few times that I've tried to face off against this Gyarados, I've had very severe problems with it using Dragon Dance and getting set up. And of course, if y'all know, Dragon Dance boosts your attack and your speed, and Gyarados is a very dangerous Pokemon when those 2 stats get increased. So Strength actually gets the critical hit and Gyarados stays paralyzed, so we're able to get a massive amount of damage onto the Gyarados. Claire is forced to use the Hyper Potion, and we'll go ahead and use Strength again. Even if this doesn't get a critical hit again, it still will do enough damage to bring Gyarados into the yellow. Hopefully this second Strength, though, will be enough to take it out. No, it is not. Maybe a paralyzation? Okay, perfect. So with that, Claire seems to be out of Hyper Potions, so her Gyarados will go down to our Strength, and with that, we are on to her last Pokemon, which is Kingdra. This fight has gone a lot differently than the last 2 fights, my last 2 attempts against Claire. I got my ass handed to me pretty hard the last 2 times, and it seems like just raising the level of our team ever so slightly has helped with that. Because she used Swagger, our attack will get skyrocketed, but we will be confused. I'm going to switch over to Strength only because Strength is a physical attacking move and so hopefully we can take advantage of that, as she will miss 2 Hydro Pumps, but that won't matter due to our confusion. But we actually get the 3rd one off, and Strength does a pretty good amount of damage given that Swampert is not a rock type, so that's no stab, and it's not super effective. Luckily, Hydro Pump does not kill us, and we're able to barely hang on and drop it down into the red, which forces the Citrus Berry to come out. Kingdra having half health is perfectly fine. Blizzard is going to take down our Swampert. I'm a little hesitant to send in Salamence here, only because I feel like Kingdra is going to outspeed us. I have a bad feeling about that. So if Kingdra outspeeds and lands this Blizzard, we're going to be in a tough spot. But thankfully, we're able to outspeed, and Dragon Breath is enough to take out Kingdra. Whew. And on our 3rd attempt, we are able to defeat Claire, the Dragon-type gym leader. I lost? Whew. That was a tough one. That's definitely the hardest battle so far. I won't concede to this. I might have lost, but you're still not ready for the Pokemon League. I know, you should take the Dragon Master Challenge. Behind this gym is a place called the Dragon's Den. There's a small shrine at its heart. Go there. If you can prove that you've lost your lazy ideals, I'll admit you're a trainer worthy of a gym badge. Alrighty, and with that, we will hit this little teleporter thingy. And we will pop out here. And just like that, I am going to actually heal our team very quickly as we took a little bit of damage. So I'm going to heal the team, and I will see you guys in the Dragon's Den. Alrighty, so I made my way behind the gym into the Dragon's Den. We will come in here and we will go and speak to the Elder, so that way we can make sure we actually obtain our gym badge. So I'm going to defeat this trainer, and I will be right back. Alrighty, and with that ace trainer defeated, we can advance, and we're going to hop on the water here, and we will surf around to the Dragon Den itself. So let's see, come around here. Oh, we got to go the other way actually, so I'm going to wrap around here like that. We will come down past these rocks, and we'll go ahead and use Whirlpool here. I actually did not have a Pokemon already that knew Whirlpool, and I wasn't willing to teach anybody on the team Whirlpool, so I went ahead and grabbed the red Gyarados while I was at the Pokemon Center, just in case. So I'm glad that we did that. We'll hop off here, and we will head in to the Dragon's Den. And we will walk up to the Elder.
Good to see you here. No need to explain why you came. Claire sent you here, didn't she? That girl is a handful. I'm sorry, but I must test you. Not to worry, you are to only answer a few questions. Are you ready? What are Pokemon to you?
They're my friends.
Oh, I understand. What helps you to win battles?
Training helps me to win battles, old man.
Oh, I understand. What kind of trainer do you wish to battle?
I'll battle anybody.
Oh, I understand. What is most important for raising Pokemon?
You gotta love your Pokemon.
Oh, I understand. Strong Pokemon, weak Pokemon, which is more important?
I think both are important, old man.
I see. You care deeply for your Pokemon. Very commendable. That conviction is what is most important. Will, don't lose that belief. It will see you through at the Pokemon League.
And here comes Claire. So how'd it go? I guess there's no point in asking. You did fail? What? You passed? That can't be! You're lying. Even I haven't been Seriously, you haven't been approved?
Claire, this child is impeccable in skill and spirit. Admit defeat and confer the Rising Badge. Or must I inform Lance of this?
I understand. Here, this is the Rising Badge. Hurry up and take it. And finally, we receive our 8th badge from Claire. The Rising Badge will enable you to use Pokemon to use the Pokemon move for climbing waterfalls. Also, all Pokemon will know you as a trainer and will obey every command without question.
Claire, reflect upon what it is that you lack and this child has.
And with that, Claire will go running off.
By the way, have you heard of Lugia? Between Olivine and Cyanwood are islands called Whirl Islands. There's a huge waterfall deep in the cave there. It is said that Lugia rests deep in the end of the waterfall basin. You need a Silver Wing to reach the waterfall basin, I've heard.
Alrighty, so we not only obtain our 8th and final gym badge, but we also receive a little bit of information from the Elder there about the location of the legendary Pokemon, Lugia. So, that is something that I very much look forward to, is our fight with Lugia. When it came to choosing between Pokemon Storm Silver and Pokemon Sacred Gold, which is the other version of this ROM hack, I chose Storm Silver not because I like Lugia more or anything like that. I actually like Ho-Oh more, but because I wanted to have Lugia be the first of the legendaries that we fight, because it's just a more epic cinematic in my opinion. But here is Claire.
Wait, I'm sorry about this. Here, take this as my apology.
And we obtain TM59, which I think is Dragon Pulse.
That contains Dragon Pulse. Well, Dragon Pulse is kinda, never mind. It's a huge energy of some kind. If you don't want it, you don't have to take it. What's the matter? Are you heading to the Pokemon League? Go back to New Barktown and surf along Route 27. Your face is telling me you still have some unfinished business. Come on, whatever you have to face from now on, don't you dare give up. If you do, I'll feel even worse for having.
I'm just gonna give up. I just can't read apparently. Claire is going to give us her phone number as I stutter through literally everything that she says, and she will walk off. A little side note, by the way, guys, it is hard to do those voices at the same time as trying to say what they're saying as the text crawls really fast. Just a little side note. Anyway, we'll head out of the Dragon's Den, and Professor Elm will call us. Hello, Will, how's it going? I've gotten a hold of something neat. Swing by my lab and pick it up. See you later. And then Professor Elm tells us to swing by the lab, so that's exactly what we will do really quickly to end off the episode here. I do believe he will give us the Master Ball, which is perfect. That'll help us capture any Pokemon that we come across. More than likely, I'm not going to use it on any of the legendary Pokemon that we'll catch soon. I did not mean to go into the house. I don't know what I'll save the Master Ball for, more than likely a shiny if I happen to come across it, but in regards to the roaming Pokemon, I will find those guys organically, more than likely with Mean Look or something like that.
Will, did you already collect 8 badges? That's so cool. The professor is waiting for you.
And we'll head up to the professor.
Hi, Will. You never cease to amaze me. Thanks to you, my research is doing great. Take this as a token of my appreciation.
And we get the Master Ball. It's about damn time. The Master Ball is the best. It's the ultimate Pokeball. It'll catch any Pokemon without fail. It's given only to noted Pokemon researchers. I think you can make much better use of it than I can, Will. By the way, we just had a group of beautiful kimono girls looking for you.
Will, people are talking about you. I heard you helped kimono girls. You've been helping all these people. You make me proud to be your friend.
Alrighty, and with that, Lyra will walk off, and let's see. The kimono girls are waiting for you at the Ecruteak Dance Theater. Oh, okay, so let's go ahead and head to Ecruteak City, and we can battle against the kimono girls themselves. So we will go ahead and ride on Salamance's back, and we will head over to Ecruteak City, and we will see what these kimono girls would like us to do. If it's anything like the original Soul Silver and Heart Gold, we will get to battle against the kimono girls who have all of the evolutions, and then we will get to go down to Whirl Island, probably in the next episode, and face off against Lugia. Oh, but here is our rival. How? How is this possible? How can I lose to mere kimono girls? You were watching me, Will. Yeah, that's right. I never thought defeating 7 kimono girls would be so hard. I got beaten to a pulp. You must have come here for the same reason, right? Don't get cocky just because you defeated Team Rocket. These kimono girls are insanely strong. Go ahead, see if you can defeat them, but I'm not going back. I don't want to see you win. And he will run off into the distance, and we will head into the kimono girls' house, or I guess the dance theater is what it was called. And we see all of the kimono girls.
Welcome, my name is Zuki. I met you previously in Violet City. In order to bring back Lugia, we needed someone with the right bond with Pokemon. We asked Mr. Pokemon to give this mysterious egg to whoever showed true potential. The egg was eventually handed from Mr. Pokemon to Professor Elm and then to you. However, being pure alone will not be sufficient enough to face the power of this Pokemon. I must test you. Are you ready?
We are ready. She does a little spin, and she will test how closely we bond with our Pokemon. So let us face off against Kimono Girl Zuki. Alrighty, and it's looking like, just like the original Heart Gold and Soul Silver, we will have to be dealing with one of every kind of evolution, starting off with Umbreon, who in my opinion, besides Vaporeon, might give us the most amount of problems, just simply because of how tanky it is. Case in point. In regards to Vaporeon, I'm fully expecting Ice Beam in its arsenal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to wear down Umbreon with Dragon Breath. I want to get it paralyzed, and luckily we get a critical hit there as well. Unfortunately, we get hit with the Toxic, although it seems like the Kimono Girl has been spamming Protect. So I'll go ahead and heal up Salamence here. Hopefully it uses Protect. It does, so we got the right prediction on that one. We'll go ahead and fire off another Dragon Breath, and maybe we can take out Umbreon. No, not yet. So Umbreon will fire off a Dark Pulse. I don't know if the Kimono Girls will have Hyper Potions. They do not, so with that, the first Kimono Girl goes down to Salamence. Umbreon's defeated, and Salamence gets a level up. So we can move on to the next Kimono Girl. We defeat Kimono Girl Zuki and get 6,000.
You are quite strong. You helped me in the Ilex Forest. My name is Noyoka.
I think that's how you say that.
I'm the one that's not so good at directions. My eyes witnessed you defeating Team Rocket when Kurt was in trouble at the well. Allow me to challenge you and your Pokemon.
And the second Kimono Girl comes to battle. Kimono Girl Naoko, and she has an Espeon, level 50. Luckily, Salamence happens to know Crunch, so if we get the outspeed, this should be a one-shot. We do get the outspeed. Let's see if we get the one-shot. Let's see if we're lucky. And with that, Espeon goes down, and the second Kimono Girl will go down as well. Hopefully, on one of these evolutions, I get the opportunity to heal. I might do that if Vaporeon is the next one. We will see.
You are a formidable trainer. My name is Uzumi. We have not met previously. You have admirable compassion, but show me your strength.
Alrighty, and the third Kimono Girl is here to battle. And which evolution will she have? Leafeon is her choice. So we'll go ahead and throw out our Salamence. Intimidate will cut its attack, and I will go directly into a Fly. Hopefully we don't miss, as the Leafeon Swords Dance would be a huge amount of trouble if this does not kill us and it gets the opportunity to set up. But luckily Salamence gets the one shot on this Leafeon, and that is 3 Kimono Girls down, just with Salamence. We get 6,000 for beating her as well.
Impressive indeed. This is our first meeting as well. I am Misa, the Kimono Girl. Allow me to test your resolve.
And the fourth Kimono Girl challenges us to battle. Kimono Girl Misa. She will have the Ice-type Glaceon. Wow. Let us see. I'm gonna go ahead and switch into Inferno here. I actually, I said Vaporeon in the beginning, but I actually completely forgot about Glaceon too, so it's a good thing that we have Inferno here in the back pocket, as Blizzard does a pretty good amount of damage, but I think one Flamethrower should be enough to take out this Glaceon here, even if both of us are level 50, so let's see. No, it is not enough, so Glaceon goes down into the red, and it'll fire off a Water Pulse, which unfortunately is enough to take down our Typhlosion. So I will switch into Lucario, and I am going to get off the Extreme Speed very quickly, so that way we can just bop this Glaceon on the head, just like that. And with that, another Kimono Girl goes down. Experience is shared between our two Pokemon, and we will move on to the 5th Kimono Girl.
You are quite the trainer. I remember you chasing off that Team Rocket grunt from right here. I must thank you for that, although I'm actually a trainer myself. She who knows the most speaks the least. I am Miki, the Kimono Girl. Allow me to challenge you and your Pokemon.
Alrighty, and the 5th Kimono Girl challenges us to a battle. Kimono Girl Miki. And here we have Flareon, level 50. Now, Flareon could also give us a little bit of problems, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap into Swampert. That way we can tank whatever kind of fire move that this Flareon happens to throw at us. Thankfully, we taught Swampert Waterfall earlier, so we should be able to take this Flareon out, hopefully in one shot. We will see. As it will hit us with a Fire Blast, we'll fire right back with a Waterfall. And we will drop it very low. Let's see. Yeah, almost into the red. So we'll be able to get a 2-shot off on this Flareon, as a second Fire Blast will not. It'll get us down into half, but it won't be enough to take us out. And we'll go ahead and take out Flareon here. And with that, the 5th Kimono Girl will go down. So thankfully these Kimono girls have just had one of each kind of evolution, so it's been pretty easy to kind of just swap Pokemon and get who we need to get into battle. But let's go ahead and face off against the 6th Kimono girl.
Excellent fighting spirit. You got me off the ice by pushing me from the back. I'm the one who skates in sandals. I am Sayoa, the Kimono girl. I was listening in the Dragon's Den when you passed the test of the Elder. Allow me to challenge you and your Pokemon.
And the 6th Kimono girl challenges us to battle. Kimono girl Sayo. And her evolution of choice is Jolteon, the electric type. So once again, another one that Salamence probably won't have the greatest of times with due to that partial flying type. So I'm going to go ahead and switch into Swampert. Hopefully I can tank whatever incoming electric type will come our way, and I can throw out a Mud Bomb onto this thing. Hopefully the Mud Bomb ends up being a one-shot, as Jolteon had Shadow Ball in its back pocket. A second Shadow Ball might not be enough to take us out, so hopefully the second Mud Bomb is able to land, and we can deal with this Jolteon, as Swampert will get dropped right to 7 HP, and Jolteon will go down from the Mud Bomb. So we got pretty lucky with that one, that Swampert was able to survive 2 attacks from that Jolteon and level up to level 51 as well. And we have defeated Kimono Girl Sayo, the 6th of the Kimono Girls.
I am the last one. You were so dependable at the Goldenrod Tunnel. I am the one who twirls even underground. I am Kuni, the Kimono Girl. I looked at you in wonder when you thwarted Team Rocket's mission to take over the radio tower. You must show your strength to me now. Allow me to challenge you and your Pokemon.
Alrighty. The 8th Kimono Girl Kuni. And this is the fabled Vaporeon that I was a little worried about at the start, but I'm going to go ahead and switch into Ampharos. Now that I think about it, I don't think Vaporeon will have anything that can really deal with this. I was more worried about if Ampharos happened to go down at some point, but luckily all Vaporeon will have is Ice Beam for Ampharos, so not a whole lot of damage, as a Hydro Pump will actually come out. That might do a little bit of damage, especially if it gets a crit. Luckily it didn't, but it will drop us into the red, so if this Discharge does not take out Vaporeon, which it will not, we will have to swap. But luckily Vaporeon's Hydro Pump missed, so we got very lucky with that, as Vaporeon will go down to Discharge. And that is the final of the Kimono Girls to defeat. We'll get a little bit of experience shared throughout the party, and we have defeated Kimono Girl Kuni.
We were not wrong about you. You are indeed worthy of this. Please take it.
And we obtained the Tidal Bell. Ooh, and a massive thud. And a little girl comes running in.
Big sisters, I just saw the big shadow of a Pokemon in the Whirl Island waters. It could be.
We'll be at the Whirl Islands. See you there.
And all of the Kimono Girls, and it looks like their little sister, will head out. And that will wrap up today's episode, guys. We had a pretty insane struggle against Claire, the 8th Gym Leader, and we also defeated all of the Kimono Girls. In the next episode, we will head to the Whirl Islands, and we will take out Lugia, the Guardian of the Seas. But that does it for this episode, guys. I appreciate you watching, and I will see you next time.